Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on my channel, and today's video we are going to be talking about some of my colonies of Pogonomyrmex barbatus. Now, these colonies are from this year, and these colonies are doing absolutely amazing. Actually, most of these colonies that I have, I forgot about for about 3 months, and I came back to them and they were completely okay, so that's pretty cool. Now, I can't show off every single one of them because there are so many. I actually have around about 6 Pogonomyrmex colonies that I have no idea what I'm going to do with. So here's just some of my favorites. 2 of my favorites to be specific, including this colony you see on the screen. Now, this Pogonomyrmex colony is actually what I consider my main colony. This is the one that I plan on keeping for a decent while. You can see that they have a pretty insane amount of brood, which is interesting because they all get the same feeding schedule, so it's kind of weird that some of the colonies have a lot of brood and then others just kind of have none. I have to assume that it's because of diapause, because Pogonomyrmex barbatus, although they are from the desert, they do go into a diapause stage, and it's kind of 50-50 whether or not colonies actually go through it, but this is one of the ones that didn't. As far as diet goes for most of these colonies, or rather all of the colonies, for the first 3 months, they literally only lived off of chia seeds. But then once I got them moved into an actual tubs and tubes setup, I started to give them mealworms to kind of help boost their population, and it's been working pretty well. This next upcoming generation looks like it's probably going to add close to a dozen or so workers, and then another generation is going to be coming very soon after that one. So to say the least, this feeding schedule has been working out really well. I mean, you can just see how ferociously they're trying to eat that food, despite them eating, I think, 2 mealworms before the shot a few days prior. Basically, they're kind of just like, you can throw whatever food you want at them and they're going to eat it. It's pretty impressive. And they grow decently fast. I mean, just look at them. They're so ferocious in trying to eat that mealworm. It's pretty awesome. As far as future plans go for this colony, I do plan on continuing to add in more test tubes as they grow larger and larger, and then I will eventually move them into a nest with an outworld. I do hope to get this colony to a couple thousand workers, if not larger than just a couple thousand workers, and I just want to see how big I can get them. Because I know that there is a few people who actually have large colonies of Pogonomyrmex, but I want to try and see how big I can grow them out. You've seen on this channel time and time again, I like to get ants and then just kind of go wild of just trying to grow them as large as possible, oftentimes ending in not exactly the best outcome. However, you know, it's something I like to do, and I really want to try it with Pogonomyrmex barbatus. Due to my trip in North Carolina, the colony from last year did not end up making it, which does suck. However, luckily I have another colony, or multiple colonies, so this year is going to be definitely a retry. Here you can see all of the pupae. They have so much pupae and a lot of larger larvae as well. Their eggs are kind of being hidden by the queen there and by some of the workers, but they do have a decent clump of eggs as well, alongside smaller larvae. This colony has been growing exponentially and I'm really enjoying them. Again, these are probably some of my favorite ants to keep. I'm really sad that I lost that other colony last year, and yeah, I'm pretty excited for this colony's growth. Anyways, enough yapping about this colony, and let's move on to colony numero 2. This colony here is the second Pogonomyrmex colony, out of 6 again. I just kind of grabbed this one at random, and I want to kind of show you how different the brood pile is compared to that one and this one. Now, to remind you guys, this colony and the colony previous both are on the exact same feeding schedule, and yet their brood piles look drastically different. As you can see, there's very little brood comparatively. I mean, there is a decent batch of eggs, but besides for that, the pupae and the larvae are very, very low compared to the colony in the other shots. My only assumption is that the colony decided to go through a diapause and are now starting to produce eggs again. However, it is definitely interesting to see. There is a chance that some of these colonies, their queens were caught in higher elevation areas where it gets colder out, so they need to go into diapause, and then others were caught in lower elevation areas where they don't really need it, and therefore that's what's causing their differences between, you know, which ones are diapausing and which ones aren't. The good news with this species is that when I go on to trips, I kind of don't have to worry about, you know, feeding them or, you know, dealing with any of the maintenance besides for maybe having them get watered, and I think that's pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with that. especially seeing as in they literally can't climb plastic or anything. It makes it pretty easy for maintenance to happen. The entire time I was recording this colony, the queen was out in the outworld running around panicking. I'm assuming because she was in a really bright area and she didn't like that. So for the entire video, she's just been running around panicking, trying to figure out, do something or whatever. I think it was pretty funny. But yeah, I think that concludes the update videos on the Pogonomyrmex barbatus. I do have other videos coming out soon, including one on my Novomesser colony, which I'm finally raising a Novomesser. I'm very excited about that. One on a Phaedolus Spidonia colony, and then maybe another one on a Camponotus ocreatus colony that I'm currently rehabbing. And yeah, I think that's about all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you dislike it, subscribe if you're new. Check out all the links in the description, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. Goodbye.